Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we have this math only page challenge question. Read, solve for all roots. X to the power of 16 equal to 1. Here we are going to solve for good 16 roots to this challenge. So if you look at this question, for sure you will know that positive 1 and negative 1 are the real root to this challenge, but the other 14 roots will be what? Automatically, they are going to be imaginary roots. So how do we solve for all these imaginary roots? Very easy. So I want to take you on a smooth journey right here. If you're new here, this is my progress. If you've not subscribed, do it to subscribe so that you get notified whenever we release an amazing video like the one you're about to watch right now. So without further ado, let's take our selection here now. Here we have selection. All right. So the question is x to the power of 16 equal to 1. So what we do here? Now we're going to make use of what we call the Euler identity. Okay, because here we are having 1 year. So we want to bring something with which to represent this 1 year. Now from our Euler identity, we have this that our e to the power of pi I plus 1 equal to 0. This Euler beautiful equation. So we move on to this other side. So we're going to have the e to the power of pi I is equal to minus 1. But here we have a challenge here. Here we are having plus 1 and here we have minus 1. So we have to do something to make sure that we have a positive 1 here. So what we need to do is to raise the power on the left hand side and on the right hand side to a set of constants, which is 2n. Okay, so if we do that, this is going to give us e to the power of 2n pi I, then equal to our minus 1 r to the power of 2n also. Now, if we apply the law of indices, we can use this to raise this minus 1 to this 2, and that will give us positive 1, right? So we are going to be left with 1 to the power of n, and 1 to the power of anything, that will give us 1, right? Okay, so with that, we can now rewrite this as our e to the power of 2n pi I. This is equal to 1. So we can now bring in this quantity to replace our 1 in this equation. So thus, our equation can now be written as our x to the power of 16 equal to our e to the power of 2n pi I from our Euler identity, right? We want to make s the subject of the formula. So we raise both sides of the equation to the power of 1 all over 16. So this is going to give us here our x to the power of 16 or raised to the power of 1 all over 16. We do same thing here, e to the power of 2n pi I or raised to the power of 1 all over 16. This will live with this. Here 2 here 1 and 2 here will give us 8 here. So our equation automatically will become our x is equal to our e to the power of n pi I all over 8. Oh, so we now have a very nice expression for our challenge here now. So what we do from here, we remember our Euler equation. What does it say? It says that our e to the power of theta I, this is equal to cos theta plus I sine theta. Remember this beautiful equation? Yes, so we can represent what we have here in this format here. Okay, so what does that mean? So it means our x subscript n, this will now give us here our cos bracket n pi all over our 8 close bracket, then plus our I sine the bracket open n pi close bracket all over 8. Easy, right? So this is the equation we're going to use to get all the 16th root of our math or lipid challenge. Now the question is, what is the value of n? N ranges from 0 to 15. Therefore, let's bring out the domain of n. So here, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, dash, 2, we have 15. Okay, so we're going to do a simple substitution into this equation here to find the value of each of the 10. So let's take the first one. So we're going to have here to be our x subscript 0 will now be equal to what? This is, we are going to substitute 0 in here. So automatically this is going to give us here cos 0. Okay, let's put this in bracket plus I sine 0 close bracket. Because this will give us 1. So this automatically will give us positive 1. So this is the first root to our exponential equation. And that's what I said earlier on, that positive 1 is one of the 16th roots to this challenge. So let's go ahead and solve for x1. So we have here x subscript 1 that is equal to, if we put this into our equation, we're going to have this to be our cos pi all over 8 there plus I sine pi all over 8. But let's put this in brackets so that we don't get confused with the system here. Now, if we plug this into our system, or if we solve this down, if we factorize this down, we're going to have our x1 to be the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 under then all over 2 plus the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. This is the value for our x1. And again, our x1 is automatically the second root to our challenge. So we go again for our x2. So our x subscript 2 will give us, here we're going to have this to be cos bracket open pi all over 4. Okay, because definitely we're going to have 2 divided by 8 to give us 4. So this might give us plus I sine the bracket open pi all over 4 close bracket. Okay, so again, if we plug this into our system numerically, we're going to have our x2 to be the square root of 2 all over 2 plus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. So this is our x2. In other words, we're having our n2 here now. So let's go ahead and look for the fourth root. So our x subscript 3, this will give us our cos bracket open 3 pi bracket all over 8. Okay, there plus our I sine bracket 3 pi bracket all over 8. Again, we slot this into our system, and this will end up giving us the square root of our 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2, there plus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 all over 2, okay, iota. So this is the next term or the next root to our challenge. Again, we take our x subscript 4. Now our x subscript 4 will give us cos bracket pi all over our 2 plus iota sine bracket pi all over 2. So if we factorize this down, automatically we're going to have this, our x to be our positive iota. Yeah, so this will give us positive iota. So this is the fifth root to our challenge. We are moving somewhere, so let's take our x5, x5, this is going to give us our cos bracket 5 pi bracket all over 8 there plus I sine bracket 5 pi close bracket all over 8. Again, numerically, we're going to have this to give us here the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 plus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 all over 2, the iota. Okay. Can you see something playing out here? You discover that the result is kind of turning into a circle, okay? Because we are dealing with a circle here, right? So let's go ahead and look for our x subscript 6. So our x6, when we put this into the original equation, this will give us cos bracket 3 pi, this pi please, all over 4, the plus I sine bracket our 3 pi all over 4. Again, solving for the numerical value of this will now give us here minus the square root of 2 all over 2, the plus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. Simple. That will take our x7 as subscript 7. This automatically will give us cos bracket 7 pi close bracket all over 8, then plus our I sine bracket 7 pi close bracket all over 8. Again, the numerical value of this will give us here minus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 under it all over 2 plus the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2, then iota. This is our 8th root. So let's look for the 9th root, which is our x8. So our x8 automatically is going to give us cos pi. Okay, there plus I sine our cos, sine our pi here. All right, so if we plug this into our system, it's going to give us a very sweet numerical answer, sweet real root, which is -1. Okay, all right, so our x9, which is going to give us here x subscript 9, this is equal to our cos bracket 9 pi all over 8 close bracket, the plus our sine. Here we have our I please, the bracket 9 pi all over our 8 close bracket. All right, so let me just chip in this one at the end here. So this will give us here, we have the minus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 all over 2, then minus the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 again, then all over 2 iota. Let me write it 9. So have our x subscript 9. This automatically will give us here cos bracket 9 pi close bracket all over 8, then plus our I sine bracket 9 pi close bracket all over 8. Again, if we plug this into our system, this will give us minus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 all over our 2, then minus the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. Okay, good. So we look for our x10. X10 will give us cos bracket 5 pi close bracket all over 4, then plus I sine same thing 5 pi close bracket all over 4, and cover this way. Okay, so the numerical value to this will give us our minus square root of 2 all over 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. Good. Our x11, this will give us something special. So we have a cos bracket 11 pi bracket all over 8, the plus I sine yeah, bracket 11 pi close bracket all over 8. And the numerical value to this will give us here minus the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2, then minus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 all over 2, then iota. Again, we've gotten our 12th root. So let's look for the 13th root, which is x12, right? So our x12 will now be equal to cos bracket 3 pi close bracket all over 2 plus I sine bracket 3 pi close bracket all over 2. Yeah, the numerical value to this will give us a very special root, which is minus iota. Minus iota. Okay, so let's take x13. X13 will give us here cos bracket 13 pi close bracket all over 8, then plus I sine bracket 13 pi close bracket all over 8. Again, when we simplify this numerically, it's going to give us the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 minus the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. Quicker than this again. The x 14x 14, this will give us quarter cos bracket 7 pi close bracket all over 4, then plus I sine bracket 7 pi all over 4. Numerically, we're going to have a very sweet result from here, which is the square root of 2 all over 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2 iota. So here comes the last but not the least, which is our x15. This is equal to our cos bracket 15 pi close bracket all over 8, then plus our I sine bracket 15 pi all over 8, then close bracket. So what will the numerical value give to us? It is something very special answer. So this will now be equal to our square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 under it all over 2, then minus the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2, yeah, then all over 2 iota. Alright, so this is the last root. This marks the end to this wonderful challenge. Yeah. Okay. So this the end to this wonderful challenge. If you've learned something from this video, however simple it may be, just drop it in the comments section. We are there to reply to all your comments. And remember, this is Math Pros. If you've not subscribed, do us that favor and also do yourself that favor by hitting on the subscribe button so that whenever we release an amazing video, you'll be among the first to get our video clips. Thanks for always be there. Bye. Until we see you in our next video.